The atmosphere inside the WWE Performance Center was electrifying as NXT presented one of its most highly anticipated women's championship clashes in recent memory. The brash and cunning Jacy Jayne, a core member of the Toxic Attraction legacy, walked into the main event with confidence and swagger. But across the ring stood a powerhouse who has dominated everywhere she has gone, Jordynne Grace, the reigning NXT Women's Champion, determined to prove that her reign is more than just a fleeting chapter in history. From the opening bell, the clash of styles was immediately apparent. Jayne's underhanded tactics and sly ring awareness were on full display, as she attempted to avoid Grace's raw power at all costs. Jacy used stalling tactics, quick strikes, and the ropes to keep her distance, taunting the crowd and trying to frustrate the champion. Grace, however, stayed patient, waiting for her chance to turn the tide with her explosive strength. The first major turning point came when Jayne tried to escape the ring and lure Grace into a chase. Instead, the champion caught her with a brutal running clothesline on the floor, sending Jayne crashing into the barricade. Grace then lifted her into a delayed vertical suplex that showcased her unmatched power, holding Jayne in the air for what felt like an eternity before driving her down to the mat. The NXT universe erupted, chanting Grace's name, firmly behind the champion. Still, Jayne is nothing if not resilient. She targeted Grace's leg after trapping it in the steel steps, weakening the base of the powerhouse. With precise kicks and a nasty chop block, Jayne shifted momentum, showing that she isn't just a loudmouth. She's a calculated competitor who knows how to pick apart an opponent. The challenger used the advantage to apply a modified single-leg crab, bending Grace's knee at an excruciating angle, nearly forcing the champion to tap out. Grace managed to power out, but the damage was evident. Each time she attempted her signature power-based offense, her knee would buckle. Jayne smirked, sensing victory, and unleashed a flurry of super kicks and a spinning neck breaker, coming within a heartbeat of winning the championship. The crowd gasped as Grace barely managed to get her shoulder up at 2 3/4. As the match built toward its climax, the resilience of Grace shone through. With sheer willpower, she countered Jayne's attempted avalanche DDT with a thunderous muscle buster, nearly ending the bout right there. Jayne, however, once again showcased her resourcefulness, rolling out of the ring at the last second to prevent the pinfall. The final sequence was a battle of heart versus cunning. Jayne tried to expose the turnbuckle pad, hoping to steal a victory the same way she had in previous matches. But Grace, aware of the ploy, reversed Jayne's whip attempt and instead launched her face first into the steel. The champion then hit her devastating Grace driver in the center of the ring, planting Jayne with authority. With the referee counting 3, the Performance Center shook with celebration as Jordynne Grace retained the NXT Women's Championship. Post-match, Grace raised the title high as Jayne rolled out in frustration, clutching her jaw and screaming at the officials. While the champion stood tall, it was clear this war had taken a toll, and that Jacy Jayne, despite falling short, had proven herself as a dangerous contender capable of hanging with one of the strongest women's wrestlers in the world today. This battle wasn't just about the gold. It was about proving dominance, validating reputations, and setting the tone for the future of NXT's women's division. Grace once again cemented herself as the powerhouse at the top of the mountain, but Jayne reminded everyone why she cannot be underestimated. Their encounter will undoubtedly go down as one of the most physical and dramatic title matches of the year, leaving fans wondering when, not if, their paths will cross again.